Hello, I'm Mr. Ralston, one of Ontario High School's math teachers, but today I want to talk to you about esports. Now, you've probably heard of esports either in the news or on social media, but I think lots of people still have questions, like what even is esports? So I'm going to take a couple minutes today to explain what esports is, why we want it here in Ontario, and what are the benefits to our students. So I hope you take a couple minutes to watch this video, and I hope you enjoy it. It only makes sense to start with the most basic question first. What is esports? Luckily, this simple question has a simple answer. Esports is just a term that means playing video games competitively. In my experience, though, once that question's answered, most people quickly have the follow-up question of, well, why do we want that in Ontario? For that answer, I myself would turn to OHS senior Michael Bessaril. You may have seen this post on our social media platforms, but really here, if you take a read at it, Michael's saying there's not really that much difference between traditional sports and esports. I know some people could state the obvious that athletics sort of have a benefit to physical well-being, but while traditional sports does admittedly have that benefit over esports, there's still the same benefits in teamwork, communication, problem solving, and general just perseverance that are required of any athlete, whether it's a traditional sport or an esport. Furthermore, I know that many people have reservations about gaming as something that should be part of children's lives, whether it's reservations about how screen time can affect brain development and mental health, or just simply video games as its own content subject. This video is not intended to inform you to all of those things, but if you have concerns along those lines, I'll direct you to the Varsity Esports Foundation. This is a nonprofit group that has done a lot of work in compiling scientific data on the effects of video games on our youth. If you have questions, please use the link in the description to learn more. I understand most people aren't really asking the question, are video games something our students should be involved in? But more, are video games something the school should be involved in? I think it's a legitimate question, but I do also think the answer is more or less right in front of us. I consider the Ontario High School basketball team. That team doesn't exist for career and scholarship opportunities, although those are legitimate opportunities. Right? An OHS senior could do well and get a scholarship to go to Eastern Oregon and then make connections and end up making a career out of coaching or doing statistical analysis even for a basketball team. And then they're connecting their passion with a career, and we love to hear about that at OHS. Those same opportunities, though, aren't the reason. The reason we have an OHS basketball team is because students think basketball is fun, and so do their friends, and it's fun to play basketball with your friends. Or football or volleyball or whatever it is the sport we're talking about. And when you think about it that way, esports is no different. Mostly we want to do it because students love playing games, and it's fun to play with your friends, but the school can add on that extra layer of turn that passion, turn that talent into scholarships. Maybe even into a career. Legitimate opportunities exist. The advent of things like YouTube and Twitch have enabled people, regular people or groups of people, as esports is growing. We're seeing more groups dedicated to running a production like we would normally expect of a network. We can look for ESPN quality coverage of an esports event much more easily than we can a football game. You can't just make your own football team and then stream it to the world. You can make your own esports team and stream it to the world, so that's what Ontario High School is going to do. Simply because there are scholarships, there are careers, but most importantly, our students want to do it and it'll be fun. If you have more questions about the details, you can look at the links in the descriptions below for Varsity Esports Foundation or the NCSA to learn more about the benefits of gaming, both to mental health and for scholarship opportunities. But I hope you've enjoyed this short little video, and please reach out to me at OHS if you have any questions. Thank you. Have a good rest of your day.